The average 20-something is making financial decisions right now that will determine whether they live in a cozy home or a cramped apartment, whether they retire early or never. What if I told you that the mistakes you make today will follow you for decades? Yes, decades. And I'm about to expose the top 5 personal finance mistakes you might be making right now. Stick around, because if you don't avoid these, the financial freedom you dream of might just slip through your fingers. Welcome to the channel, where we talk all things personal finance to help you make smarter decisions and level up your financial future. Whether you're 18 or 30, your 20s are the foundation for everything that comes next in your life, especially your money. Let me break it to you straight. The financial choices you make in this decade are more important than you think. But before we dive in, I have a question for you. Are you living the lifestyle you want right now? Or do you find yourself struggling to make ends meet? Be honest with yourself. That's the first step to financial success. Let's go. Point 1. Not budgeting or tracking expenses. The first deadly mistake is not budgeting. Yes, you heard me right. You're winging it, thinking you can remember everything or just figure it out as you go. Well, let me tell you something. Your finances don't care about your good intentions. Without a clear budget, you're essentially flying blind. And let me tell you, blind flying is how you crash. If you're not tracking where every dollar goes, you might be leaking money without even realizing it. It's like having a hole in your pocket and wondering why you're always broke. Budgeting isn't a buzzword, it's a lifeline. Get control over your money. Apps like Mint or YNAB, you need a budget, are great tools to start. But trust me, even just writing things down can make all the difference. If you want that dream lifestyle, you need to know where your money's going. Point 2. Ignoring debt and minimum payments. Next up, the second mistake, ignoring your debt. You may think that paying the minimum payment on your credit card is good enough, but here's a little secret. That's the trap. Credit card companies want you to think that making the minimum payment is enough. Spoiler alert, it's not. When you only pay the minimum, you're paying interest on interest, which means your debt is growing faster than your progress. It's like running on a treadmill. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere. Here's the deal. The longer you drag your feet on this, the harder it gets to get out. So start today. Whether you focus on paying off the smallest balance first, the snowball method, or the highest interest rate first, the avalanche method, do something. Now. Point 3. Not saving for emergencies or retirement. Mistake number 3, ignoring savings. And no, I'm not talking about a maybe I'll save when I feel like it kind of savings. I'm talking about real emergency funds and retirement accounts. If you aren't saving for a rainy day and for the long term, you're playing with fire. You're young, right? You feel invincible, like nothing bad can happen. But life throws curveballs, and when those surprises come, you'll wish you'd saved just a little bit more. You need an emergency fund. I'm talking 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved and ready for when life hits you with a curveball. And retirement. Oh, don't get me started. If you don't start now, you'll regret it. Even putting away a small amount into something like a 401k or an IRA will compound and grow over time. And I don't mean to spoil it for you, but if you don't understand the power of compounding, you'll miss out on wealth-building opportunities you can't afford to lose. Point 4. Lifestyle creep and keeping up with the Joneses. Point number 4. Lifestyle creep. And no, this is not about upgrading your lifestyle in small, manageable ways. This is the trap of spending more just because you think you deserve it. This is the killer of wealth-building dreams. Ever bought something just to impress someone? Or maybe you keep buying things because you think you're entitled to them now that you've got your first job? Look, it's tempting. But here's the cold, hard truth. The people you're trying to impress probably don't even notice or care. Meanwhile, you're digging yourself into debt for a temporary high. Instead of blowing your paycheck on stuff you don't need, invest in things that grow your wealth. Focus on assets, not liabilities. Start with small lifestyle improvements and watch how your financial habits shift over time. Point 5. Not educating yourself about personal finance. And finally, the fifth mistake. Thinking you don't need to learn about money. The truth is, there's a ton of info out there, and it's easy to ignore it. But here's the deal. You are the CEO of your own life. And CEOs read, they learn, and they grow. If you want a wealthy lifestyle, you need to be informed. If you're just winging it with your finances, you're already losing. Educate yourself on everything: credit scores, investing, taxes, the power of compounding. Trust me, that's coming soon. The more you learn, the more you earn. Don't let ignorance hold you back from living your dream life. Now, I've given you 5 mistakes. But guess what? There's a powerful concept that can change everything for you if you start using it today. A concept that works quietly in the background to help you build massive wealth, without you even noticing. I'm talking about the power of compounding. Curious? Stick around for the next video, and I'll explain exactly how this works, and why it's one of the most important concepts in personal finance. You can't afford to miss it. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more actionable financial advice.